Nutritional disorders are caused by insufficient or excess intake of a given nutrient or nutrients. There are many such disorders, but we will look at a few such as kwashiorkor, marasmus, scurvy, goiter, rickets, and osteomalacia. There are also other nutritional disorders associated with lifestyles such as gout, obesity, and anorexia nervosa. It is important for one to eat good quality food and in sufficient quantities in order to maintain good health. These are some terms that you may come across in this topic. This is a protein deficiency disorder that usually affects children below 5 years. Kwashiorkor is caused by lack of proteins in the diet. It usually affects children below 5 who stop breastfeeding early and are weaned on foods lacking in proteins. These are signs and symptoms of kwashiorkor. Hair is thin, scanty, brown and silky. Swelling of the belly, face, hands and feet. When one presses the swollen part, the impression of the finger remains on the skin for a while. The skin looks pale. In extreme cases, the skin peels and forms raw wounds. Growth is retarded. Child is dull and inactive. In order to prevent kwashiorkor, breastfeed for as long as possible. Wean on protein-rich foods such as milk, eggs, fish, legumes, and tender meat. Marasmus is a protein energy deficiency disorder. Marasmus is caused by total starvation, that is, lack of all nutrients. These are signs and symptoms of marasmus. Extreme loss of weight. The person is skinny and may weigh half of the expected weight. Hair may appear normal, but the head will look big in comparison to the rest of the body. Eyes protrude and the person is generally alert or anxious. The ribs can be clearly seen. A child looks like an elderly person because the face is wrinkled. There is no fat under the skin, especially around the upper part of the arms, thighs, buttocks and belly, which are wrinkled. In order to prevent marasmus, eat adequate balanced meals and ensure hygienic conditions so as to prevent worm infestation. Scurvy is a nutritional disorder which is common among people who rarely eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Scurvy is caused by lack of vitamin C, which is found in fresh fruits and vegetables. Vitamin C maintains the health of the body mucous membranes and makes them resistant to infections. These are the signs and symptoms of scurvy: bleeding gums, loose teeth, unhealthy skin, weak and painful joints, anemia may develop, blood in the stool and urine, and slow healing of wounds. In order to prevent scurvy, eat foods rich in vitamin C such as citrus fruits, guavas, and green leafy vegetables. Goiter is characterized by swelling of the thyroid gland, which is situated at the lower front part of the neck. This disorder is caused by a deficiency of iodine in the diet. These are the signs and symptoms of goiter: enlarged thyroid gland, hypothermia or feeling cold, dry and rough skin, lack of energy and fatigue. Mother may give birth to a mentally handicapped child. trembling and nervousness, and bulging eyes. In order to prevent goiter, take a diet rich in iodine. This is a condition in which the bones become weak and deformed. Rickets is a vitamin D, calcium, and phosphorus deficiency disorder that mainly occurs in children. These are the signs and symptoms of rickets: weakness of bones, which is characterized by bow legs or knock knees. Poor development of teeth. In order to prevent rickets, eat a diet rich in calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. Expose the body to sunshine. Eat foods fortified with vitamin D, such as margarine. Osteomalacia is the equivalent of rickets in adults. Osteomalacia is caused by inadequate intake of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D, and it mainly occurs in adults. These are the signs and symptoms of osteomalacia. Bones soften, becomes distorted, and fracture easily. The legs, spine, thorax, and pelvis are deformed. Pain in the bones, legs, and lower part of the back. General weakness and difficulty in climbing stairs. In severe cases, one experiences involuntary twitching of muscles, especially those of the face and hands. In order to prevent osteomalacia, increase intake of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D. Eat foods fortified with vitamin D. Expose the body to the sun. Gout is a disorder associated with affluent lifestyle. Gout results from a high intake of roasted red meat and alcohol. These are the signs and symptoms of gout. In order to prevent gout, avoid too much roasted red meat and alcohol. Take plenty of water. Obesity is a condition whereby one takes excess calories than the body requires. The excess calories are converted into fat and stored under the skin and around vital internal organs. This condition is caused by excess intake of carbohydrates and fats, lack of adequate exercise, eating junk food, and sedentary lifestyles. These are the signs and symptoms of obesity: excessive body weight, tiredness and shortness of breath, complications such as heart disease, diabetes, and hypertension may arise. In order to prevent obesity, avoid junk food, avoid excess intake of carbohydrates and fats, exercise regularly, and eat a well-balanced diet. Anorexia nervosa is a psychological problem where someone gets a distorted image of oneself as being fat and unacceptable, hence refuses to eat at all. Anorexia nervosa is caused by refusal to take food, leading to thinness. It is common among teenagers and young women, and it is fatal. These are the signs and symptoms of anorexia nervosa: sudden weight loss, depression, feeling overweight even when thin and underweight, avoidance of food. In order to prevent anorexia nervosa, eat a balanced diet and counsel individuals to learn to accept themselves as they are.